6 seconds after that last break. Atherton now just about inside of the clinch top of the head.
Did you know the wind was on all weekend? I mean, you've had to face some difficult conditions. I did and I didn't. I think a race like this, no one really knows it's on, you know. I knew I had the speed, but putting it together and riding how I knew I could was a different thing. And luckily I held it together, you know, we got the work done. The bike was perfect and I made it to the bottom.
A lot of people in the rocks and you're going through like crashing and you're like, oh no, I can't crash in front of everyone. Yeah man, the Aussies are wild for sure. Thanks guys.
Always racing with my little sis is amazing, you know. We always talk about the track together and lines and watch the head cams, but you know, she's a winning machine, so it's more of a case of me trying to keep up with her. And you know, after she wins, it's always, you know, these days it's just like, yeah, Rachel's won, right, time for me to get up there and try and do the same.
Time to get out the reef or anything like that?
We've got one day tomorrow, so we're going to get out there and get some snorkeling. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Good luck. Well done.
Just lets them be able to change that setup. And I guess that's the way it's going, you know, like
normally for the giant team, but here of course he's here as a national rider, and Crimmins under the line.
It is the Frenchman George. So Sam Hill will be on the course at 3:12.
When Australia put together its bid to host a series of World Cup events and to culminate in a World Championship event in 2017, you want a course that can last the test of time over a number of years, that you can invest in building it early on and creating the tracks and creating the bumps and the berms, and you want to make sure that it's got something that's exciting for athletes to come back to year after year. And Glenn Jacobs is an Aussie. He's one of the world's best mountain course designers, and he's from this region, so he knew exactly what this footprint and what this landscape could deliver. And the feedback from the athletes is that they absolutely love it, and that's what we want.
You were talking before about getting value for money in your golf game. We can say that Steve Pitt's getting value for money in his mountain biking today.
What's unique about the trails at Smithfield is they're nestled between two World Heritage Parks, the Great Barrier Reef and the rainforest. And we've designed them in a way that not only are they sustainable, but they're world class and they race very well. And they're unique in a way that they shed water very quickly, and they're amazing flow lines. They race well, there's multiple lines, and it's great for recreational riders right up to pro riders, up to the international best riders.
That's it, eh?
Yeah.
It was awesome racing yesterday.
It was fantastic, yeah. And you need to, because it was mud on the straights, and that just made it slow. But all the steep stuff, it was roots or rocks.
But the middle section with all the big jumps at the start of the cyclone and everything was perfect. Yeah. Granite, different type of soil.
It's going like that.
the charge to get through the first critical section. Yolanda Neff wearing number 1 is than that today.
Definitely she will. It's always hard to say. One week it's good, and then the other week it's almost nothing, or the opposite as well.
You're nearly there, Eva. Just keep digging deep.
And she knows this as well. And great performance of her, and also maybe.
2, it goes to Eva Lechner.
Eva, how was that? Yeah, it's just amazing. I still cannot believe it because I was in the front from the start on, and I was leading totally alone, and on some point I couldn't believe. I was just watching back and couldn't believe that I'm just alone in leading. Oggi è stata una giornata grandissima e non ci posso credere ancora perché ero in testa sin dall'inizio e vincere una coppa in queste condizioni non ho parole.
Battle for positions at the front, and it is Dan McConnell, the Australian champion. It is Hema who has gone down. There's pure frustration.
It must be something like that.
Yeah,
I was surprised. I was surprised,
but actually his son, so Emil, little baby born the other day for him. That's why he's not here. So let's have a look at this then. Absalon, the front flat, not what he wanted.
Here is the second border, sorry.
Here we go. Fabian Geiger a long way back. 21st at the moment. Not having a good day at the moment. So Matthias Flockinger then now.
And there's a lot of power left in his legs. If the course becomes a little bit more flat, where you can accelerate, he stands out of the saddle.
Here we go. He's on him. It doesn't seem that he could match the pace of Julian Absalon on this climb.
And you see how
Look
fast
at him. It's like it's the first lap. Anyone stop this man this year? I got a feeling it's Julian Absalon's World Cup Series to lose. He takes his 28th World Cup win here in Cairns, Australia. The greatest there has ever been.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Julian, how was that?
Really good. I'm really happy to keep the jersey on the shoulder and to keep it the France. It was a nice track. I like very much this kind of track with a long climb. And I had not a really good start. And after I had a puncture, so it was not a really good start of the race. But after I kept the rhythm and I came back in front and finally I won, so I'm really happy.
And in French?
So vraiment très content de garder ce maillot de leader sur les épaules et de rentrer en Europe avec. Vraiment une très belle course. J'adore ce genre de circuit avec une longue montée. J'ai fait un départ assez moyen, ensuite je revenais vers la tête de course, mais dans la deuxième tour, j'ai eu une crevaison à l'avant qui m'a fait perdre pas mal de temps, mais j'ai gardé la tête froide et je suis resté concentré pour revenir vers la tête de course et puis finalement réussir à l'emporter quand même. Donc très content.